Evening everyone, my name is Rich, race director at the Bolton Marathon, and tonight's coach-led session is all about strength and conditioning. We've spoken quite a lot about strength and conditioning, why it's important, why we should do it, and some things about what we can do. I thought a really good opportunity to show you some really good quality exercises that you can do to improve your strength and conditioning so that your training is much better. Okay, now I've come out here, I'm in Mossbank Park, which is on the Bolton Marathon route, and as you can possibly work out behind me, it's nice open rolling hills, really nice place to train. And I'd always recommend, if you get the opportunity to get out and train, come to a place like this and enjoy the scenery, enjoy the green space, enjoy the fresh air. Now strength and conditioning takes many different forms. Now I'm going to show you basic circuit training. Now you can do circuit training anywhere you like. You don't have to come out to a park. You can do it in a gym, you can do it at home, you can do it in the garden, you can do it in your lounge, doesn't matter. All circuit training is repeating same exercises over and over again, usually in a circuit. But if you're on your own, you don't need to go around in a circle. Obviously you can do it on the spot. Now if I was doing circuit training in a gym, it would be much more controlled. I'd be making the most of all the equipment that I've got, and I'd probably be focusing on specific areas of my body. If I come and train out in the park, then I'm going to focus on my whole body or an area of my body, so upper body or lower body. Now I tend to just train the whole body at the same time, and you get an full body workout. Circuit training for a lot of people means, oh, that's it, I'm running as fast as I possibly can and I'm going to be absolutely shattered at the end of it. Like I said, it takes many forms. You don't have to be exhausted at the end of circuit training. All right, I like to keep it quick paced. All right? I don't like to be stood about, especially if I'm outside, so I like to get it done. Circuit training for me takes no longer than half an hour, and it really doesn't need to take any longer than that. If you get your load right, so you've got your number of repetitions, and if you're going to add weight to any of the exercises, then half an hour is more than enough time to tire and fatigue your body and get those results that you want. Now for a circuit, you want to put a number of different exercises in that are going to work different parts of the body. I'm going to show you 15 different exercises today, and you can make them more difficult, you can make them easier, you can add weight to them. So a simple way of adding weight is simply just putting a rucksack on your back with some weights in it, some books or something like that. So it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. Now it will build those really good strong foundations that will be the foundation of your marathon training or your 10k training, whatever it is. Don't neglect it, really make the most of it. So you've probably heard of circuit training in terms of things like outdoor military style boot camps. They are a form of circuit training. You might have heard it from something like CrossFit. That is also a form of circuit training. They're just doing different exercises in a circuit. It's as simple as that, and you can do it however you like. What I would say is, don't be afraid of trying it. Get out and give it a go. Different exercises in a circuit, repeated 3 times or repeated another twice, so you do it 3 times in total, and you'll get the training benefits that you're after. Now each of these exercises, I'd recommend doing each of these for 15 to 30 repetitions. If you get to 30 repetitions and you're still not fatigued, you need to add that load. So you need to add a bit of weight, or you need to make that exercise that little bit more challenging. Now if you've already got a little niggle and injury, I'd say go and see a physio, get some professional advice first. But if you've not got any injuries, crack on with these exercises and see how you get on. Start easy, you can always add that load later on. So we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up to the top. Now, really simple exercises so that you can make harder if you want to. The first exercise that you're going to do is a calf raise. So we're working the Achilles and the back of our legs at the bottom, our calves here, right? 2-leg calf raise, so you're working both legs at the same time. You've got your feet shoulder width apart, so you're not anything like that. All right, it's amazing how many people have got shoulders this wide. Shoulder width apart, just like that. Okay, and all you're going to do is come up onto your toes. So raise up onto your toes and back down, up onto your toes and back down. Again, if I add weight to my back, it's going to make that load that bit heavier, so I'm going to raise up and back down with the weight on my back. Makes it a little bit harder, I'll fatigue faster. Okay, I can also add it on a step, so if I've got something to hold on to, I can lower my heel first and then raise up. So I'd raise up and then my heel would carry on lowering down on the edge of the step. Okay, from there I can add a jump, so I can make it that little bit more powerful. So from here I step up and down, up and down. I'm only coming up onto my toes. I'm using my toes to propel myself. I'm not squatting down and leaping up. All right, we're not doing that. This is about coming up onto your toes and working the calves. Okay, you can also make it a one-legged calf raise. Okay, so up onto your toes and back down, up onto your toes and back down. So you lose a bit of the stability and we work the legs a little bit more individually. All right, up onto your toes and down, onto your toes and down. Okay, so there's 3 really easy exercises there for the lower leg. As we move up to the upper part of our leg, our quads, our hamstrings and our glutes, okay, we're now looking at much bigger but controlled exercises. The first one is squats. Okay, really good quality exercise for any runner. Again, feet shoulder width apart, I keep my back straight, my head's up, and I lower myself down so I get a 90-degree bend at the knee. Down and up, down and up. Okay, notice I keep my weight down onto my heels, I don't come up onto my toes. So I'm down and I push down through the heels, down, push down through the heels. Okay, so I'm not going down, leaning forward. I'm not doing that. We're not working our calves here. We want to work our quads. Down, back up, down, back up. Now from there, I can do a one-legged squat. This is much more difficult. Down, go as low down as you can, back up. Down as low down as you can, back up. Okay. Again, if you need to for balance, you can hold on to a railing or something like that, and you can do it nearby. If you're at home, back of a chair, banister at the bottom of the stairs, things like that. Okay, then we can add into that power, so we can do a squat jump. Okay, so it's just a normal squat all the way down, and then we're going to lift up off the ground. Down, jump up, down, jump up. Now that does make it more of a full leg exercise, because as we jump up, we come up onto our toes and we work the back of our legs as well again. So another really good exercise for runners, which works our hamstrings and our glutes quite nicely, is lunges. Okay, you keep your back straight again, your head up. Okay, when you're in a park like this, you can enjoy the view. Head up, back straight, shoulders back, hands out for balance, and all I'm going to do is down, spring back up, down, spring back up. All right, I push down through my toes, so I come back up to an upright position with a bit of force. Okay, I keep my back nice and straight, and I lower my rear knee down towards the ground but not touching it. Down and back up, down and back up. Okay, important to note, I don't go over my knee does not go over my toes. All right, because that just puts you off balance and adds additional pressure into your knee. From there, I can make it more complicated, and this is quite a challenging exercise, is a jump lunge. Okay, so I start with a normal lunge and then I jump, right, switching over my legs every time. Again, I keep my back nice and straight, arms out for balance, and I'm working my quads and my glutes. Great exercise, but it is quite a challenging one. Okay, now to work the hamstrings, when you've not got equipment like in a gym or a resistance band, it can be quite challenging, but you can still do it. If you come up onto one leg and lean forward slightly, we're going to work our right leg here. Right, all we're going to do is curl. Okay, now you can add weight to your ankle here. Okay, you can buy ankle weights and you can put them on your ankle. Right, but over time that will fatigue. your hamstring down the back of your leg will fatigue, okay? Might take a while, so you may find that you'll need to add weight on that exercise sooner than perhaps any of the others. Okay, now as we start to work our way up, so that's our lower legs, or our lower part of our body, our legs done. We now work up to look at our upper body and our core. Now there's one really good exercise and variations of it that will work your core. The core is this part here, anywhere around here, okay? We want to work our back, our obliques, our abdominals, and get that nice and strong so that we're nice and tall, and we're not rotating, we're not sort of moving over like this when we run because we've got weak obliques, all right? And our rotation is good, so we want nice, strong core muscles. Starting with the plank, it's dead simple. We'll have all heard of the plank. Whether or not we've done it or not is another matter. But it's a really good exercise to do. Now you're just holding this position here, you keep completely still. If I turn to one side, you'll see my body is perfectly straight. I've not got my hips in the air, but equally my hips aren't down towards the floor. They're nice and straight. My elbows are directly beneath my shoulders, and my head is nice and relaxed. I've not got it resting on my hands, I'm not stretching my neck. I'm just looking down towards the floor, keeping nice and relaxed. Now everything will start to shake after a while. Everyone's different, might take you 30 seconds, might take you 3 minutes, okay, but it will shake after a while. All you've got to do is hold it, keep squeezing everything in nice and tight, keep contracting the abs, contract the glutes, and keep holding it. Once you've done 30 seconds or a minute, you can then move on and go to your next exercise. Okay, from there you can do a side plank. It is just as it says on the tin. All right, you're only on one arm this time. Again, elbow directly beneath the shoulder. Your body's nice and straight, one foot on top of the other. This hand, you can put it wherever you like, as long as it's not twisting over and you like that. Put it wherever you like. I tend to just have it floating around up there. I keep nice and straight, I don't sag, likewise I don't stick up in the air. Nice and straight. And then you can switch over onto the other side as well. Now, a couple of other variations for the normal plank, okay? If you're down in this position here, you can go from there into a press up, pushing up, back down. Rotate the arm so that you've got a different leading arm every time, so you get a good even workout across your upper body. Again, you keep everything nice and flat, not sticking the hips too far in the air. Right, whilst you're down here, you can do press ups, okay? Down and up, down and up. Okay, so hands about shoulder width apart, down and up, down and up. Okay, slightly different exercise. Wide arm press ups works the chest a bit more. Okay, close hand press ups with your fingers and thumbs touching all the way down, push back up, works the triceps, so the back of your arms. Okay, last one whilst you're down there for your plank, okay, is quite a challenging exercise but a good one, is plank into a Superman. Okay, so you lift your opposite arm, opposite foot up every time, rotating through. Okay, so from the side, looks like this. Lifting up the arm to shoulder height, lifting the foot to hip height. Again, you can work on time or you can work on number of repetitions. So there's a selection, there's 15 different exercises there that you can do to build up your strength and condition your body ready for marathon running. And if you come out here training into a nice park like this, it's even better. So, just so you can enjoy the view, that's the view from the top of Mossbank Park. The tower you can see there is on the marathon route. You run past the bottom of that tower. But there's a selection of exercises for you to try and incorporate into your strength and conditioning sessions as you train for the marathon. So give it a go. Start light, start easy, so the easiest version of those exercises you can, and then build up thereafter. You should start to fatigue after about 15 to 20, 15 to 30, anywhere between 15 and 30 repetitions. If you're getting to 30 repetitions and you're not feeling any fatigue doing that particular exercise, increase the load or make that exercise that little bit harder. So start simple, start easy. You can do it in your garden, you can do it in your lounge, doesn't matter, but don't avoid strength and conditioning. It's probably one of the most important things that's come out of the last few weeks of the sessions that we've done, is that your strength and conditioning is vitally important to building those foundations to ensure that you have a really good solid marathon training program. And we want everybody to get to the start of the marathon and get to the finish, all right, which means a good quality training program with all the right bits. So give it a go, enjoy it, don't be afraid to try it, get out with your mates, you'll love it. It's great, it's really good, it's fast, it's short, it's sharp, and it's a really good addition to your training. So enjoy it, I'll catch up with you soon, and enjoy the rest of your week.